48 hours on it. So I believe what they're trying to say is that this deodorant stands up for 48 hours. Now, I'm not one of those people that'll skip a day because I can't skip a day. I have to put on deodorant every single day. Most people do have to put on deodorant every single day. If you're not putting on deodorant every single day, something's wrong with you. You need help.
Hey guys, hey, it is your girl So Fashion Week TV and the place to be, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, guys, we are going to be talking about good hygiene and why it is important for us to practice good hygiene. So I've been seeing a lot of hygiene routine videos circulating here on YouTube, probably because it's summertime, but guys, we need to practice good hygiene at all times, not just summertime. And because I am someone who's had weight loss surgery 2 times over, my very first weight loss surgery was back in 2008 when I had lap band surgery. And at that time, guys, I managed to lose 98 pounds. And so as you can imagine, following that procedure, I had a lot of loose skin, especially like in my tummy area. And so it's been since that time that I have been OD doing what I consider to be the best hygiene routine for someone who has had weight loss surgery and who also has loose skin. So I figured that I would compile all the things that I am doing as an individual who is all about having a good hygiene routine. I would bring that here and do a video here on YouTube for my loved ones out there. And so yeah, so like I said, I've been doing this hygiene routine for some years now, since around 2008, and it's one that works for me. The products that I've been using, I've used them for a very long time. They work for me. So I figured that I would, kind of show you guys what it is that I do. And yes, maybe it will help someone out there who may be struggling. I do think that this topic is very, very taboo. I mean, even in my own life, I have experienced people who did not have good hygiene, and I was not woman enough to tell them that they had bad hygiene. There are people that I know very intimately who don't practice very good hygiene, and I'm not woman enough to tell them. So that in itself is a whole nother video. I know that I'm not the only one that struggles with that. But yeah, I think that YouTube is a great platform to be able to share information, and hopefully there is someone out there who needs to hear this, and they're able to take from this video what they need to be able to be in better health, because that's what having good hygiene is all about. It's not even about vanity. We take vanity and we throw that out of the window. Practicing good hygiene overall just means better health. People that have poor hygiene, that puts them at risk for different types of diseases and viruses, because you have things that are growing on your skin that you're not getting off. And so it's just that in itself is just very important to be clean. And so in an effort to be clean, these are some of the things that I use on a daily basis to assist me with being just in overall good health, because I'm clean. And so yes, so one of the things that I do first off, is I take a shower day and night. And that is because I am not someone who has any type of skin condition that, excessive washing could be of detriment to me and my skin. So I am someone who takes a shower day and night. And when I do shower, 2 of the products that I use, now I don't use these simultaneously. This is kind of like a either or type of thing. Now, because I am trying to just be very minimal, or try to go towards a minimal lifestyle, I'm trying to buy things that I can use dual purpose. And one of the soaps that is known to be used, kind of like you can use it for household cleaning, you can use it to wash with, is the Dr. Bronner soap. And this is something that a lot of people use. I actually started using this back in the day when I was making my own bath and body products. This is how I initially stumbled upon this soap. It's to actually make other types of like vanity type of soaps. And so I have been using this that long. This is even before the weight loss surgery. So my son is 22 years old. It's been more than 20 something years that I have been using this soap. This soap is kind of on the pricier side. It's like $9 to $15 depending on where you go. But this is a soap that you can dilute with water to make your own body wash, and I use both the rose hemp and I also use the peppermint. It makes your body feel nice and tingly and fresh. This has antibacterial properties, which is one of the reasons why I like to use it straight off, first off, like when I come in the evenings and I take my shower, to just wash off the day. And this also helps you to feel fresh. You can wash your body from head to toe. You can use this as a shampoo. You can wash everywhere on your body with this soap, and that is why I love it. And so yeah, I use this, and then on the days when I'm not using this, when I just kind of want a different type of scent, then I am also using this Jason soap, and this is the rose water version of the soap. Rose is like a scent that is really kind of like trendy right now. Everyone's using rose scented products, and so I was in Whole Foods and I noticed that they had a rose water scent, and so I picked this up. I love using this soap because just like the Dr. Bronner's Castile soap, it's all natural, and I'm just trying to do better by my body and using things that don't have a lot of chemicals in it. And so these are the two soaps that I use on a daily basis. Again, I can wash everywhere from head to toe with this soap. There's no chemicals in it. It has antibacterial properties, which makes me feel squeaky clean. And so yes. And so now, in addition to that, guys, I am someone who likes to use washcloths. I know there's a great debate about using washcloths. I personally do like using washcloths because I like the rigor on my skin. And so I just like using like nice little cotton washcloths. I buy them from the dollar store. You can get 5 in a pack for $1, and I typically just change out my washcloth daily, just so I'm not leaving the washcloth hanging out in the shower to get any type of mold or anything in it, or to grow bacteria. And so I prefer using a washcloth, but I know that there are some people who prefer to just use their hand. But for me, in order to get a deep clean, I feel that I need to use a washcloth, and so that is what I do. Now I follow that up with deodorant. Now I don't know anybody that really, well, I do know people that don't use deodorant, but I use different types of deodorant depending on what I'm doing. So the first deodorant that I'm using is the Short 48-Hour Confidence. Now this deodorant only costs like $1.99 in most supermarkets. It's very cheap deodorant, but this, guys, it works. It works. It absolutely works. I've been using this deodorant for years. You will not sweat. You will not stink. This is the best deodorant. And I use the Powder Fresh one. That's my favorite. But this one here is the Candula scent, I believe is how you pronounce that. I don't really like this one as much as I like the Powder Fresh one. Powder Fresh, it's where it is. You can look at reviews on Amazon for this deodorant. This deodorant is the best on the market, I'm telling you. Definitely try the Sure deodorant. Now, if you're into aerosol deodorants and you're not like a perfume wearer, I like the Sure deodorant because it couples really well with the fragrances that I wear. And it doesn't kind of like overpower, like my deodorant's not battling with my perfume, and that's why I like the Powder Fresh Sure deodorant. But on the day when I'm not OD wearing perfume, then what I like is the Soft and Dry aerosol deodorant. I have been using this for years now. The packaging is different. I'll insert a clip of me talking about this deodorant some years ago. I used to have a series on YouTube called Why Ain't That Trending, and I featured this deodorant in the in that video because this deodorant is amazing. The scent is amazing, and if you wear this alone, you will smell amazing. People will think that you are wearing perfume because that's just how potent this this deodorant is. And so, you know, I know all about the environment using aerosol cans and such. So if you're someone that is more environment friendly, then what you may want to try is this Crystals deodorant. This is an all natural deodorant that you can purchase at Walmart. If you're not someone who is into using these types of deodorant that has chemicals, I'm trying my best to move away from things like this. But again, these are the staples. These are the things that I have been using years upon years upon years. So I'm trying to slowly, you know, pull myself away from it. And so that is why I picked up the Crystal deodorant, so I can kind of get my body used to using something like this. So now, from my understanding, I've not tried this yet, but I wanted to feature it in the video for those individuals who are trying to move toward a more all natural based deodorant, because this is definitely something that you can use as an option, and you can buy it locally just about anywhere. They also have it on Amazon, and I'll put a link below if you're interested in purchasing it. But it's my understanding that with these crystal types of deodorant is that it will work for odor, but it won't work for sweat, because it's not an antiperspirant. If someone knows better than I, then definitely post some information about it down below. I've not started using this deodorant yet, but I just wanted to feature it in this video in case there's someone out there looking for a more natural based deodorant. And so next up, guys, I want to talk about panty liners, because panty liners is something that I have needed to adopt into my daily hygiene routine to aid with vaginal odor. And so when you lose a lot of weight and you have a lot of loose skin and such, you have a tendency to sweat a lot, especially if you have a lot of loose skin around your thigh area and all of that. And so I don't know if many people know about this. I would think that most people would know about this. Now, panty liners, these are just things that you can buy at the dollar store. I think I purchased these at Dollar Tree. Carefree panty liners. I mean, they have name brand panty liners that you can purchase at your local dollar store. So don't even think that, you know, you don't want to waste money on things like that. But panty liners help control unpleasant odors, and a lot of the underwear and things that they sell in the stores now, the crotch of the panties are not cotton, and so if you have non-cotton up against your skin, then you may have a tendency to sweat when you have certain fabrics against your skin, like the silky fabrics and things like that. And so one of the things that I've adopted into my daily living is wearing panty liners, because it will safeguard you against odors. A lot of these panty liners have odor protection in them already. So I can tell you right now, if you're someone who finds yourself struggling with vaginal sweating and odor as a result of that sweating, then definitely start using panty liners, and you will see a great difference because of the odor protection that they have in the liners. And if you need to change them throughout the day, then by all means take extra with you. But I can tell you, if you are struggling with vaginal sweating and you use a panty liner, it will definitely change your life. I can tell you, me personally, is I have been in situations where I've started sweating and I was out and I couldn't get back home to be able to change, and then that sweat dries and then there's a scent. You know, you feel very uncomfortable, unfresh, and it's just not a good look. So I always try to make sure that I keep panty liners on me. And if you are someone who's heavier and you don't feel that a panty liner would give you the safety that you need, then definitely get like a thin always pad or something and line your panties with that. It will definitely help if you're very close in those areas with a lot of skin. It will definitely help. And even for those girls who are just young girls out there who are just figuring out about their bodies and you're suffering with sweat, wear panty liners. You'll definitely see a difference. It's not about spraying a whole lot of products and things down there, because that's really not good. Panty liners, it will change your life. Trust and believe me. Okay, guys, so this next thing is using wipes after I go to the bathroom. So you can buy these wipes anywhere. Basically, you can use the flushable wipes. They have like Summer's Eve wipes, you know, any type, baby wipes even. You can get those things on the cheap at basically any store. But me personally, I am trying to be more just more cognizant of the things that I'm putting on my body, especially in areas that are really close to my internal body, things that can go up and get inside of my system. And so what I have opted to start doing is making my own wipes. So I went on Amazon and I purchased 600 of these baby cotton tissues. So these are dry wipes. These are wipes that that don't have any type of chemicals on them. And so what I am going to be doing, guys, is making an all natural flushable wipe that I can use after I use the bathroom to just kind of clean away any bacteria or anything that may be there from using the bathroom. And then, yeah, moving on about my day. So I'll put a link to this just in case you're interested in trying to make your own wipes. I'll be doing a separate video for you guys, but basically what I will be doing is using distilled water. I'll be using some of the Castile soap. I'll also be using some tea tree oil, apple cider vinegar to make a solution to pour over the wipes to use, you know, after I go to the bathroom, just to kind of wipe away anything that, you know, could be left behind. And these wipes, guys, you can use all over your body. So if there's anywhere that you feel that you need to refresh throughout the day, then you would be able to use these wipes to kind of just like clean up without feeling, you know, like if you're not able to get to a shower. So if you just want to refresh, these wipes will be something that you can use to refresh your body. And that's basically it, guys. That is pretty much the down and dirty of how I maintain good hygiene. I don't think that I have to go into the lotions and things that I use, but this in itself is pretty much my day-to-day good hygiene routine. Some of the other things that you can do is to do your research around foods that kind of trigger sweating, because there are foods that are sweat-inducing foods, and there are foods that are sweat-reducing foods. And so some of the things that I try to stay away from: processed foods. Processed foods, of course, are foods that can induce sweating. Alcohol, liquor, and beer can also induce sweating. Caffeine is also known to induce sweating as well. Garlic and onions, that's a given, but garlic and onions, yes, it can trigger sweating. Surprisingly, guys, ice cream is known to induce sweating. So high fat content food. So I can tell you that I really noticed that I sweat a lot when I was doing the keto diet, and so that's pretty much the reason. So if you're out there doing keto, maybe some of these things that I'm doing in order to maintain good hygiene are things that may help you. So let's talk about sweat reducing foods, or things that you can eat or drink to reduce sweating. Water, of course. Staying hydrated helps you to reduce sweating. Fruits and veggies that are high in water content. So that would be watermelon, grapes, cantaloupe, broccoli, spinach, cauliflower, bell pepper, eggplant, red peppers, and red cabbage. And that basically does it for the video, guys. I didn't want to make this anything complex, because if it were complex, I wouldn't be able to do it. So like I said, this is something that I have been doing for years, and it definitely has helped me even through my weight loss journey. So if you are someone out there who is struggling with maintaining good hygiene because of extreme weight loss, then definitely adopt some of these things into your daily living, and you will see a difference. I hope that you guys have found this video helpful. I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Bye, guys.